Por acaso se lembra de mim? Isso mesmo. É o Deadman. O mundo, como você bem sabe, tá péssimo. E é tudo por causa do Death Stranding. Os mortos começaram a surgir entre nós, atravessando do outro lado. A gente chama essas entidades de EPs, entidades da praia. Ao entrarem em contato com os vivos, Mas esse foi apenas o começo. Uma chuva estranha caía do céu, rapidamente envelhecendo tudo o que tocava. Um fenômeno chamado chuva. Quem sobreviveu a essas mudanças ficou com medo da chuva temporal e das EPs. Essas pessoas se reuniram nas cidades restantes, que por sua vez fecharam as portas para forasteiros. O Death Stranding estava acelerando a extinção dos humanos. Vendo isso, Bridget Strand, a última... No entanto, a Bridget morreu antes de realizar esse plano ambicioso. Foi você, Sam, que assumiu e cumpriu a causa dela. Sam, o portador humilde, que também tinha os poderes únicos de um repatriado. Obviamente você teve suas próprias dificuldades. A fefobia, ou o medo de ser tocado. O desespero por ter perdido alguém era muito... Expandindo a rede quiral por todo o continente, você acabaria levando ao renascimento dos Estados Unidos na forma da União das Cidades Americanas. Nós, seus amigos da Bridges, fizemos de tudo para apoiar os seus esforços. Tinha o nosso diretor, o Die Hardman, um sócio próximo da Bridget que se dedicou a realizar os últimos desejos dela. E, é claro, Sam, o incomparável Deadman, euzinho. Eu gosto de pensar que viramos os melhores amigos. Não sei se você lembra, mas eu nasci de um útero artificial. A Mama e a Lockney eram irmãs gêmeas, como você deve se lembrar. Cientistas talentosos que desenvolveram o Cupid, que foi essencial para a expansão da rede quiral. Uma tragédia pessoal fez com que as duas se separassem. Ah, Hartman. A cada 21 minutos, a alma dele sai de sua forma física e por 3 minutos, seu corpo fica clinicamente morto. Durante essa morte temporária, a alma dele vai... Fragile. Líder da empresa de entrega particular Fragile Express. A exposição à chuva temporal fez com que o corpo dela do pescoço para baixo envelhecesse muito. Foi a marca de uma traição. Como seus amigos, a gente fazia de tudo para você ter sucesso. Mas no fim, atravessar o continente... Sem dúvida, o seu maior inimigo era o Higgs. Convencido de que a humanidade merecia ficar extinta, ele sequestrou a Amelie e tentou... A rede quiral foi finalmente concluída. A ponte para o futuro foi construída, mas o seu sofrimento ainda não tinha acabado. Você teve que descobrir... A América ressurgiu das cinzas como a UCA. E enquanto as pessoas comemoravam suas conquistas, você realizou a última missão em segredo. Para salvar seu bebê, para salvar Lu. Você tirou a criança da cápsula, que era a prisão dela.
I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless, a glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world, and I know they'll be back again today.
Minus 61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the crazy system's turned into traps and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? Minus 61. Now the water level rises high in my cold paradise, where men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong? Minus 61. Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife, and the sun's out of sight. I see the world I built to lose at trial, what is left and what is right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Okay, time to head home.
Let's head home before it gets dark. Feel that. Pretty damn shaky. Shaking pretty bad. Okay, you're all right. Let's go home and get you fed. Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms. Come on, open up. There you go. fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
Because I'm free.
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Carol printers now, too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lou?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid the death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the Carol network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the Carol network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, Everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
Well, that was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out?
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the God's feet are moving forward, nothing seems to fit. No, raindrops are falling on my head.
Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
And I said I didn't
Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms.
Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
All right.
Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring? Huh.
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like. Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with a delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, select Cargo Management. This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination in one piece. It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or on special hooks, just like cargo. All these weapons can be used to incapacitate humans without killing them. So there is no need to worry about causing a void out. Be sure to weigh your various options as you load up. Return to the menu when everything looks good to go. Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have... Think about what route you might take from your current...
Commencing route creation.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into. You can face these challenges head-on. How you get... Latest model Cupid. Just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The CANAL network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Emily's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
No.
Oh. No more baby food for you.
Let you get fragile any trouble, I will. Don't you break my kid.
Now who wants to eat?
Let's get this done. Be there in no time. We're in enemy territory now.
Chiral network coverage.
Almost lost it there.
ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the CANAL network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes? One hell of a porter to deliver our stuff in such fine condition. Didn't think you'd go to such lengths on our behalf. We really can't thank you enough. It's just like everyone says. You're a man that people can rely on. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The Cairo gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Cairo network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection. displaying your current porter grade. Porter grade increased. Congratulations.
Chiral network connection confirmed. And now we can begin fabricating the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room for your exclusive use. There are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, stay here before you set out again. Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from timefall and chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope. As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in. Unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, chiral contact... All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that... Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be. I'll admit, this stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works, same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time.
morning, Sam. Did you have a good rest? We're already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now too. We have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities to increase chiral network bandwidth and improve your connection level with the locals, we should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by ABAS. Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. Once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours. There should be materials in there too. Enough to fabricate something if you like. Also, if you have any extra equipment, you can use the box to donate it to others. With a moment's generosity, you can... Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle fee. So what do you think? Have enough information to plan your journey? Take your time to finalize your... This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry to get the job done. Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. So think carefully about your loadout. Try to pick critical items that won't run out of stamina halfway through a delivery.
Please select an item to fabricate. Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When everything is in order,
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sign detected nearby.
That's the spirit. I will always support you.
I wasn't expecting any visitors in this kind of weather. Hope you managed to avoid the... We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it in.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Must have been rough having to deal with this weather. But don't let it discourage you from...
Order completed. Well done.
Sure thing. Hey there.
Thank you.
Almost lost it there.
Okay, great. Let's step in. Whoa, that was close.
You're Sam, right? Did the timefall give you a lot of trouble? Allow me to assess the condition. In fine condition, as we hoped. You are every bit as reliable as people say. Did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong. Thank you so much for bringing it in. I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling time to connect the cube. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote... I can get myself... We've all been looking, so go ahead.
displaying your current porter grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the... I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive... Oh, seems like you should be capable. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the... Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth. But there should be more than... There's one other problem we've been... It's not a critical issue, so I posted an aid... If you're interested. I'm not sure. But for some reason, the fetus seems to... If something's wrong with my body, I can't tell what. And not knowing is... But with one of our new medical units, I might... I want to believe I can still... Some of the cargo we had stored here was washed. The water carried it into bandit territory. So, I know this isn't the sort of thing... If you're willing and able, all of the relevant details should be available for review on that ring. You can use it to confirm the cargo's... So, if your travels happen to take you... The only people that still live here, the last of the younger residents, decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad. Too many bandits, and we took what we wanted and didn't care about any. But after I got pregnant, I realized I had to clean up my act. My friends didn't understand, so they ditched me, left me to wander on my own. Even though the poor souls are struggling with... That's why we put in the order for these... A new order? Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover some cargo from abandoning... You can review the specific... So once you're good to go, I'll share a dish... Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. With it, you can get a better handle on the situation and improve your... But that's not all, of course. This way, you can help out the people who follow in... Think about what I told you and finalize your route. Best... You'll stop by again, won't you, Sam?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Okay.
My name's Sam!
Okay, I can step in.
Welcome, Sam.
Security measures. Over here. Weapons detected. Be advised that you...
Hello there. I will never know how you managed to track this down.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Take care. You have been a great help.
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.